girl. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How are you, girl? What's new with you?
Let's see. God, what is new with me? Well, I didn't haven't done with Sunday Funday for a while,
We
so
know that. Oh, that's good. That is good.
that's new.
That means, dear listeners, that's part of what's been the issue because we're not good.
We
Oh, girl, we aren't good at doing things during the week.
we
Girl, we could be royal.
like
All right. I ain't
what is
good
this
doing shit
week?
during
What
the
is this
week. I
weakness?
apologize. And when you can't do a Sunday, it gets us all kinds of thing. And, whew, Lord.
Dear listeners, I apologize for being a working drag queen.
Uh, You should. According to those comments you're getting, you really should be. Uh,
Girl, right?
so, girl,
I'm like, there's a lot to hold up to now.
speaking of those comments, let me tell you a
Yeah.
story of what I saw this weekend with my husband.
What did you see this weekend with your husband?
Girl, my husband and I,
Hmm.
we went to the
Humble
Shiny
brag.
Diner. We went to the Shiny Diner. You've been to the
What's
Shiny
that?
Diner
What is that?
in Raleigh, in Cary, the Shiny Diner. It's like a Waffle House, but it's a
I've never,
diner.
I've never done anything in Cary before.
I swear to God, you'd been there.
Nope.
Okay, you aren't missing much. I mean, there's stuff here, but like, you probably would have done more had you actually seen me before my wedding. Anyway,
Bitch, I was moved away.
and
I saw you plenty before I moved away.
how dare I say think that your big sister Maim would ever let you go for more than 5 minutes when you're in town? She got all crazy eye, tried to get probably put in lasers in that crazy eye, tried to keep people away.
Girl, I think everything she been going through lately, I think them eyes been straightened out, honey. I think we are approaching back to normalcy again. Hmm.
Anyway, let me finish the story. So so we went to the back of Gypsy Shine Diner, or sorry, it's just Shine Diner now. Gypsy's passed away. God rest her soul, Gypsy. Her name was Gypsy, and that it was the name of the Shine Diner was Gypsy Shine Diner. She passed away, and they renamed it Shine
Girl,
Diner
I understood that. I understood it at the
because
beginning.
the name had some issues with it. Anyway,
Shiny Diner?
no Gypsies.
Oh. Is there
Yeah,
another gypsies there?
no, you aren't. It's a racial slur.
But isn't that some people's names?
It is, yes, but she's gone, so you gotta get
Oh,
there you go.
got it.
Okay, don't make that face. Anyways, we sat down as you do, and we ordered our coffee and our water, and
Hmm.
beside of us to the left, everything on box to the left, to my husband's right, there were two. We'll call them children. They were between 19 and 21.
Hmm.
Okay. And another child who was about 27, 25,
Hmm.
between 25 and 27.
Okay.
And as we were sitting there, he started saying the older one. Now, the older one was just the entire time throwing out a lot of what we will call word salad.
Okay.
And the first bit of word salad that my husband and I saw before we started texting each other during this conversation was, now, I don't know your parents very well, but I'm just gotten through college, and I'm going into business, and one thing you learn is you really have to honor your mother and father, like especially your father. Your father's a good Christian man. You need to honor him. And I was like, oh Lord, we're in for it. We are in for a ride. We are in for a ride. So then, as it's going on. He starts talking very loudly about prosperity gospel, which is bullshit. He started talking about time when he was very poor, And like he needed money for his business. It's construction business, right? Like construction. Keep this in mind. He's got a construction business.
Of course he does.
And he really needed money for his construction business. And he prayed for money. And he prayed for money. And he just suddenly got $800. First of all, let me get a little bit pulpit here. That's one of the few things Jesus said. So we keep on going, girl. We keep on going. Are you enjoying the story so far?
Mm-hmm. Did he take a trip to Amscott?
Amway. No. We keep on going. They then got their food. They decided to pray very loudly.
Of course they did.
Of course they did. He went on to talk about how he had a manager at his previous job when he was first getting into construction that was a heathen and, non-believer. And he told him flat out that he was going to hell, and that the man believed him so wholeheartedly, thanked him, and was converted on the spot. He apparently has converted like 100 or so people so far.
Wow. You get a punch card with that?
Right. But then, girl, there was a conversation that was peppered in there among all the Jesus.
Here we go.
About, hey, if I ever have any questions about construction, can I just send you a picture of them so you would help me and tell me what to do? It'd be really helpful if you did. Without being paid, girl. He never once mentioned any kind of payment. He's trying to get these two naive little kids to help him with his construction project on the side without paying him. Then he started talking about an LLC and how they could, really get help with an LLC if they do this, like give them some side business advice. That's this grand stuff that they're going to help him with this construction. I was like, you sir are a shyster. And this is like, I do believe the devil's work. If somebody would say that, I don't know. I could be wrong. I dare not throw the first stone, let I be stoned. But I like being stoned sometimes.
He must have taken his cues from Dave Ramsey's version of religion. Mm-hmm.
Like, girl, I don't. So, and this all led me to say at the very end of this conversation, like as I was walking out, There's something wrong. There's something desperately wrong with the men in America, the white men in America, that they would either fall for this, that they would think about this, that they wouldn't talk to each other about their feelings, and that this, because they won't talk to each other with their feelings, somebody who's interested in what they do is so foreign to them that they just dive right the hell in.
Yes.
Like, I don't understand people who say that their partner, that their husband, whatever, is their best friend. My husband's not my best friend. I love my husband. He's my husband. He is not, he lives in a separate space in my mind than friend. Right.
Yes.
It's wild to me that people are like, well, and that's both ways, wives and husbands saying, my best friend is my husband, my best friend is my wife. Wow. Hey, honey girl, what do you do if you have to talk about them?
I don't. That's when I talk to the Lord.
And that ain't helping, because I know, oh girl. Then there was one thing that he said, that he was praying on something and a number came into his head, and that was like the date of something that he was going to do, and I don't know, it got real weird.
That whole thing sounds very...
Are Protestants okay?
Have they ever been?
Yeah, well, yeah, Methodists and some of them are pretty okay. Like,
I mean, girl. You know, I don't know.
Girl, this is
we're in a weird time.
Girl, speaking of weird times, did you know that we have a Patreon? Dear listeners, if you go to patreon.com/Mims and Maim, you can throw us some money. Hey, Maim.
Wait, hold on. You just said / so clearly.
I've started doing that.
No, that was like the clearest you've ever said / before.
I've started trying to be clearer because I've tried to help our dear listeners.
Wow.
Hey, Maim, did you know that we have another podcast? we will be recording this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we're doing
Still
two of this today, and then
week.
that during the week.
I'm like,
because I made the mistake when I was doing my Cherokee of watching two of these rather than one of those. And I got tired after the second one of these. I'm like, oh no, I can't. I need to sleep because it was late. Anyway, and I know what's coming with the other one. Anyway, babe, we got another podcast. It's called You Slave. It's our Mercy Road podcast. Hey, babe.
Yes.
Did you know that we have a website?
Say what?
That's right. If you go to MrMahaffey.com, you can buy some things, see what we're doing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Hey, man.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
You love a 5-star review.
I do, Maim. It really helps us. And you know, as we get through this life and from this past sluggishness that we were on, and you know, actually do things every week again.
Yes.
By that me. We will, yeah, that's it. This is season 6.
What is happening?
I'm so tired.
You're just getting started, girl.
I took a little CBD earlier. I'm good. It has very low levels of THC. Like, I very, very low levels of THC.
Yeah, but girl, when you're tired, that's low.
That's another reason we're doing two of these, because
you can maintain energy more for the.
I mean, hell, we could probably go through this first one about 5 minutes. It's real bad. It's just season 6, episode 16, Carlene's apartment.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that's Marjorie. Just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. The lights went out. The lights went out. The lights went out. The lights went out. And that is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
We've all had those apartments.
I have not.
You never had a rough neighborhood apartment?
No.
I did. Well, I guess it wasn't like a super rough neighborhood, but it was like, oh yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, when I had my first apartment after college, it was like, it wasn't rough, but it was like,
girl.
You know.
So I lived with my parents,
Oh.
or my mom. Then, well, first of all, dorm, mom, dorm. Moved in with roommate whose parents bought a house, lived in that house.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never came down to Cary when I lived in that house.
Mm-mm.
I swear to God, we went to.
I only ever
Shy
saw
Diner.
you late nights when you were performing.
Yeah, but I swear to God, we went to Shy Diner one night.
We
'Cause it was-
never went
okay.
anywhere other than near the bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because that would have been complicated you getting home too, because it was late and a long drive.
Girl, I was already getting
I know, but girl,
rolled up at the house at 4 a.m. Toot toot. That poor dog Henry. Poor Henry. He was just like, what is happening? Why is somebody coming in the house right now? Every other Thursday.
Well, girl, we're at Sugar Bakers.
Sugar Bakers.
And Mary Jo just heard about the space shuttle coming home a day early. It's very exciting.
Their stuff was broke.
Stuff was broke, and there was a huge long monologue about it. And this was back when, we actually used the space shuttles as opposed to what we're using now.
Talk about a relic.
Yeah, it is. Like, it was great until it wasn't. Yeah.
Much like our entire everything.
So Carlene, girl, you know what I heard just reported now? that CNN just reported?
No.
That for the yearly Easter egg roll that they do with the White House lawn, they've opened it up to private sponsors for between $75,000 and $200,000 a sponsor, and each of the sponsors will get to have an afternoon tea with Melania.
Everything's for sale.
Mm-hmm.
Everything has a price now.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how much the price that Go-Go Boy is.
Hey. Speaking of Go-Go Boys, I have to tell you, when I went to my little thingy on Thursday,
Your little thingy?
my ultranate house spinning, one of my friends came with me. Girl, if he didn't walk away from that night with a new man, I was like, wait a minute. I get pictures today. I'm like, hold. What is happening right now? Like, he spent the night. I'm like, girl.
Did he
I was
buy
like, are
him?
you a
Or
lesbian now?
Did he buy him or just sleep with him?
No, this boy like approached him, and I mean it was cute at the venue.
Yeah.
Approached him, like they talked a little bit, kissy, all that mess. I was in my house music zone, so
I know.
yes, ma'am. I was like sending me pictures the next time, like girl, I'm like you better do it, honey. You better do it. Pick yourself up a little house head. They will be loyal forever.
Girl, what do I have to say about this? Speaking of Go-Go Boys, but not, have you watched Sonora yet?
No, we were actually going to watch it last
It is
night.
Very good. Again, in the first 10 minutes she's going to get an Oscar.
Yeah, we were gonna watch it. It's funny because like I realized when all of the the Demi stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when the trailer for that movie came out, and I was like, "Who is this young woman?"
Yeah.
Like because the trailer alone was like, "This girl is
Yeah.
interesting,"
Yeah.
like very much so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't surprised when she won. I was like, I know people wanted Demi, but I was like, I'm not surprised because this entire movie was structured on her.
Yeah.
So
And
if she didn't win after it won all those other awards, like I would have been confused.
The other side of it is that I kind of wish, and my husband said this last night, that Kieran Culkin was up for Best Actor and would have beaten Adrian Brody. And that the dude, when you see it, the dude from the movie won Best Supporting. Like he was so good. The bald Russian dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. Like it
Plus,
is.
she just really would like the idea of Adrian Brody not being a 2-time Academy Award winner.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's not forget what was the movie that he shouldn't have done? Oh, the one where he was gay.
Did one where he was gay?
Yeah, he was gay stereotype. He doesn't want anybody to know about it.
Oh, was he like a young actor at that point?
No, it was in between these two Oscars.
Oh, I thought this was like a getting started kind of movie.
I have it on here. It is called
Oh, that's funny.
Detachment.
I've never
From
heard of
2011.
that. Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was like kind of like between the pianist and this.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't as prestigious because he wasn't doing an Eastern European accent this time.
That was AI generated. Let's add that in. Let us not forget that his accent is AI fucking generated.
Girl,
did you watch Amelia Perez?
No.
I was about to say what. Also with that one.
After I watched like one of the musical numbers on YouTube, I was like, "Oh no,
Girl,
no!"
You need to watch. There's a 15-minute thing of Katya going through everything she hates about Amelia Perez, just ripping on it for a 15 minutes.
Her and the entire nation of Mexico.
Oh yeah, because of the way it's pronounced. So it's the French people writing for Spanish and English. That's why it sounds so weird in English. Like Zoe Saldana in English sounds bad, and didn't ever thank the trans person.
Why would she?
So Carlene really likes Mary Jo's witty morning monologues, but she has an announcement.
Okay.
And she's very excited about this announcement, but she's also very nervous to tell people because it may not be important enough.
Oh, all right.
She's got an apartment.
Stop. She's such an independent woman
She's an
now.
independent lady just like us.
Yes,
We're
so independent.
Miss Independent. Oh, my hair's going even crazier than usual.
Oh, my ladies who independent.
Throw your hands up at me.
Destiny's Child was so long ago now.
It was. I still,
Somebody pointed out something about them the other day that I guess just in the time frame, like I wasn't thinking about it, but somebody pointed out that I think we've all forgotten that Destiny's Child and Spice Girls were contemporaries of each other.
were they?
Their music came out almost the
No.
exact same time.
No.
Yes. Look up No 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 Part. I think it was No 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 Part 2. That was the first Destiny Child single.
Mm-hmm.
That was No 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 Part 2 came out.
1997. Okay, hold on. Let's. What was their first big song? You can't go by when they came out because
No. This was their
Okay.
in the R&B world. This was their first big song. This song was huge in the R&B world.
So their first album was 1998.
Right. So they were like just a couple of years apart from each other, which is kind of wild now because we think of the Spice Girls as like this, like these icons of the past. I'm like, girl, Beyonce's still kicking, honey.
Yeah, girl. So 4 years apart. That's a long time. I'm sorry, but the Spice Girls were nearly over in '97. Like let's be real. They had already. I think they had one more year left on them, and so
Let's not revisit that time period. Please. Let's not do that.
They're contemporaries in the way that us and babies being born right now are contemporaries in the music world.
No, that's babies.
Baby, well, you gotta think Spice Girls getting ready to die.
They're in their 50s.
No, I'm talking about the band. The band is dying at that point.
Girl, don't scare me. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, but Lord have mercy.
Don't even say words like that.
Never mind. We'll keep on going.
I'm still traumatized when they released that song Goodbye. I was still when that single came out, I was a wreck.
So we found out that a couple, that Charlene and Bill, won't you marry me, Bill, have a weird arrangement with another couple from London who they live in their house. So they trade houses and live in it and stuff.
Like timeshares.
Yeah.
That was a thing, though. I remember in the early internet days, like that was a thing that people used to trade houses like that.
It's called Airbnb.
No. This was before Airbnb.
I know. Would you trust a motherfucker to live in your house for a while? Yeah, there you go. They ain't pay my insurance.
We have no.
They don't know what I do.
Absolutely
They
not.
don't need to see my
Don't be
sex
getting up in my
life.
house. Don't be touching nothing. I will have little traps everywhere to see if you don't
Girl,
touch stuff and move stuff and everything else.
Girl. That ain't your problem. You ain't the one that's gonna be upset. Drink your juice, Shelby.
Wash down that party pizza.
What'd you say?
I said wash down that party pizza that I had.
What's a party pizza?
A Totino's party pizza?
Oh, I don't really eat frozen pizza.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
No, I don't. Frozen pizza, it either has to be like Mr. D's, whatever the cheapest one.
what it is. It's like what it was like the other Mr.
No.
D's.
You
Like
said Totino's. That's a step above what I get.
it's literally like 50 cents more.
Yeah, that 50 cents takes away all the preservatives. I
mean,
need
I
this
get-
thing to be completely not organic. I don't even
It's
want
that pizza is $1.86 a pizza.
and the ones I like $1 even. 99 cents they used to be. I ain't eaten one in forever, so I don't know how. Lord, they could be up to $2.50 by now, girl. Inflation.
You done moved on, honey. You done moved on to bigger and better things. Proper Domino's now.
So,
I
girl,
don't even know why I said that out loud because I knew it was going to sidetrack you.
girl, talking about absolutely none of this, but Drag Race. Just throwing this out there. I think that you and I could do a monologue and interpretive dance about the same way as them.
Oh yeah,
I think that.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Like we got stories on top of stories on top of stories on top of stories, and the two of us don't mind being over the top and
I
campy.
hate that Susie took it so seriously. I knew she was going to,
I did too.
because that's what she is.
I knew in my heart, I was like, I know what this is gonna be like because I know Susie. Like I know what this is gonna be like, and it was beautiful, and it was earnest, and it was all of those things. It was those things,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, I was like, oh. And I told my husband, I was like, I said I think that she was really hoping for Jules to like pick up the humor of it, like
Mm-hmm.
the all of it, but there weren't really a lot of humorous elements to it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I kind of knew that was gonna
Oh my
happen.
God, this is a lot longer than I thought it was. Oh my God, why is this going? Well,
Yes, honey,
let's get going. Hate it when
yes.
that happens. Well,
Oh,
girl, Carlene is having a slumber party.
oh, slumber party at her place.
Mm-hmm.
Is
And
it
she's
safe
like,
for
"Do you ever feel
women?
like it's a sitcom of your own life? I'm the star, and guess Julia's the, sharp-witted one, and Anthony's the black one, and you're here, Allison, and
Allison is the bitchy one. I mean,
yeah.
like that's Allison's role in every show that she's ever been in.
Well, we're on the way to Carlene's now, girl,
Okay.
and Allison is upset that she's going to this.
Why?
I don't know, but she wants to leave at the crack of dawn to get home.
Oh,
At
is Rusty
the
gonna
crack of dawn. Crack dawn.
be cracked on? Speaking of crack, girl, this neighborhood.
Well, we ain't there yet. We're still driving in.
I know, but it's already getting crazy.
It is. So Julia and Mary Jo don't want to hurt her feelings, so they're going to this place. Okay. Allison finds a Barbie bag up underneath the thing, and Anthony forgot to give it to his cousin or nephew or niece or whatever, but he's using it. And they start coming up into a redneck slum, as you were saying. It's very run down.
Ain't nothing like a redneck slum.
There are lots of nudie signs around. Total nude,
You think they were
completely
dirt
nude.
roads? I bet they were dirt roads.
They probably were, girl. It was just Myrtle Beach. Like everything
Carlene's driving in from Myrtle Beach every day
everything
to
I hear,
Atlanta.
it's like I know this stretch of Myrtle Beach.
I do too.
Like I have been there, minus the gunshots. There's never really gunshots. I mean, there are gunshots in Myrtle Beach.
There are gunshots in parts of Myrtle Beach,
but like
not North Myrtle Beach,
not
but
North
South Myrtle Beach.
Not North Myrtle.
Yeah, not North Myrtle Beach. Not retiree paradise, North Myrtle Beach.
So speaking of, there are gunshots outside, and they're like, "Oh no!" And Allison says, "Anthony, you are getting up at the crack of dawn and driving me home." And he just says, "Yo, mama," which apparently we're adding in "Yo, mama" jokes now.
Like multiple times
Like,
in one
are
episode.
we giving Anthony a catchphrase of "Yo, mama"?
They were like, you need a fun phrase like that rerun guy from What's Happening. Like, we got to give you a fun black guy phrase to
Oh yeah,
say
this
now.
was about the time of Urkel too. Did I do that?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "Yo, mama." Does Anthony Bouvier ever look like he said "Yo, mama" to anyone?
No, but he does look like he would cuss you out. Two ways left and right.
Rip off somebody's wig.
Butch Queen up and drag for the first time.
That's the next episode.
Reading. By the way, how meta is the next episode?
Uh-huh.
It's just like, I had forgotten all about it too. I was like, oh, this is wild.
We'll get there. I like that
I know,
episode.
we'll get there.
It was like, oh, there's this. And I was like, oh no, what's next? I was like, oh, this is fun. This is much better. But we can't do a comparison yet, dear listeners. Please don't skip this episode because the next one won't be released till next week.
Yeah, because this one was just bad enough that we're gonna keep on talking some
Look,
mess.
my arms are getting a little deaf.
Look at you! Come on, muscle bear. I see you.
Slipped in just a little way.
Oh my goodness!
I'm like that one dude I showed you who's decided to live his bear life.
I know you were like 2 steps from becoming somebody's daddy now. Yes.
God, I hate that. I hate being called a daddy. It's not that. Maybe it's because I have father issues.
You think? You think? Call it a hunch. Just gonna say.
God. I mean, I do have father issues. But being called daddy, I don't know whether that relates to that or not.
Somebody was complaining about being called a daddy. I think they were like 34.
Uh-huh.
And there was a karaoke. They're like, "Oh my God, somebody called me daddy yesterday." And I looked at them. I was like, "I don't know what that's like." Nobody ever calls me that, girl.
Rude.
Even with a beard, I don't know what that's like. Nobody calls me that.
Well, girl, what do they usually call you?
Bitch.
I know. Actually, Maim is not a bitch. I have met her, and she is very...
Met her.
I have met her. Now, Mims was a little bit of a bitch.
Mims was a lot.
Mims
was a lot,
like
girl.
Mims just got real drunk and didn't care what you thought.
Mims was 2 steps away from breaking a beer bottle and stabbing you.
But in a nice way.
No, you would definitely do it you would do it in a friendly way. But yeah.
And always for entertainment.
That's right.
That's the thing. It was always for the entertainment of the crowd.
Blood is entertaining, girl. Blood is entertaining.
Let me entertain you. All right, so we're at Carlene's. And there's a door prize, girl.
What's the door prize?
Julia wins it. It's a little basket, and there's a smell in the house, and it's the homemade potpourri, and that's all in this basket.
I remember those days.
Carlene believes that the commercial stuff isn't strong enough. Girl, so I want to tell you about this paper I wrote this stuff on.
Yes.
As I was going up to my Cherokee key, I realized I didn't have a notebook.
Oh.
So I stopped by a Dollar General.
As you do.
And this is I believe, yes, a Dollar General exclusive. Girl, I have never written on notebook paper so bad in my life. Like the ink, when you write, the pen sort of slides across and you have to press down really hard to get any ink onto it because it's sliding so much. It's not a joy to write on at all.
Oh.
Like as I'm touching it, my hands are slipping on it. It's so...
The fact that the fact that you want to talk about pages of paper now and say things about, there's no joy in writing on this paper. It's like, okay, Marie Kondo.
Do you not get joy from writing? Like handwriting?
I mean, I handwrite on my iPad.
No, but like on paper. Like different kinds of paper and that sort of thing, stationery. And do you notice a difference?
I mean, there is a difference when I'm writing on paper versus when I'm writing on my iPad, but like...
No. Ignore your iPad.
Oh, you mean different types of paper?
Different types of paper.
Girl, I've written on paper very little in the last decade.
Oh, okay. Like I'm a stationary kind of snob. I try to like, if I write things, I buy different kinds of paper and write on them. And there's grip and stuff. Yeah, girl, there's a Japanese company. Well,
of course there is.
They're an American company that is based in Japan that gets Japanese cute stationery over here called Jet Pens. Okay. If you ever can't sleep or need to like calm down and focus on something else, they have YouTube videos where they review stationery. It is very calming. It will get your mind out of whatever funk it's in. They're like 20 minutes long. Dear listeners, same. If you're having anxiety problems or something, turn on Jet Pens, watch a couple of those. You'll feel much better.
Are we being sponsored by Jet Pens right now?
No, I wish. There's also this Korean woman who does ASMR wax melting, like for seals, like old timey letter seals. It's just her melting the wax, making the seal. It's just, you can zone out for like 20 minutes watching them and just fall asleep. They're great. Yeah, what?
Nothing. I'm just, yeah. I don't know. I never thought about that type of relaxation. The thing I've become addicted to for the relaxation lately are the paint mixing Instagrams where they take the different colors and
Yeah,
do different. Yeah.
I get bored by those because A, I'm colorblind. B, I already know what color it's going to be at the end. Because the
I don't know
color
all
theory
that
stuff,
like
it's
you
pretty
do. I'm
easy
not-
to figure it out.
I mean, it's still fun watching it all turn into those colors as they
Now,
mix them.
watching the dude who did it, not like if you're doing the one that's like the little scoops that mix, those I
Yeah.
got bored with. But if you can find somebody that's actually using the paint machine and like Lowe's hardware, those are fantastic because you watch all the different drips go in and then you watch it stir. Those are great.
Okay, I'll look those up.
Yeah. Those are, and I not to yuck your yum, right? Like if it works for you, great. I
Boo
did not.
boo. If I was talking to anybody else, I would expect them to not yuck my yum, but that's not your brand. That's not
didn't
your
yuck
brand, girl.
I didn't yuck it. I just said it ain't for me.
Girl, you got close to yucking it. You had to pull back the yuck a little bit. You had to pause for a moment and be like, maybe I should not discount her when she does for relaxation. Pull it back. Just a hair, girl. Just a
Well, so Mary Jo comes in and she's like, "Well, we haven't seen your apartment yet." And Carlene's like, "Yeah, you have. It's one room with bunches of like lawn furniture on the ground."
Come on, studio apartment.
She's like, "Come on, sit." There's also a bean bag. She tells Allison not to lean back in the lawn chair. It'll fall out. For drinks, she has caffeine-free everything, which I assume is Pepsi at the time. Sprite, because you got Pepsi and Sprite.
Yes.
Because you didn't really get 7-Up for gathering. You got
She didn't mix the two.
yeah, Pepsi, Sprite. What else? Actually, I take that back. It was probably
They're in Atlanta, so it would have been Coke.
it would have been Coke, but
Yeah.
probably Crystal Pepsi, Sprite, and then like Dr. Pepper.
I'm still angry at Pepsi for that monstrosity.
Or Czech Cola.
Still so mad
Girl,
about that.
you love some Czech Cola.
I
Or
did.
actually, mine was Shasta. I ain't gonna lie.
Girl, we're hospital kids. You know Shasta was our be all end all now.
Shasta
Come on.
McNasty, girl. Shasta
You already know.
McNasty.
That is it for us.
Dollar Tree 50 cents.
Dear listeners, Mims and I, if you're late to this party, we are both the children of ladies that worked at a hospital our entire lives. And you could get all the Shasta you wanted when you went to the hospital. You could just go on the different floors and take one out. Nurses didn't care. Nobody cared. All the Shasta you wanted. And it was delicious.
And she's also made sherbet punch. Sherbet punch. Girl, I haven't had sherbet punch in them.
I haven't either. And I wanted it as soon as she said it. I was like, oh.
Now, what she served was not sherbet punch. That was just red Kool-Aid. I know, because it wasn't cloudy. Like sherbet
It wasn't
punch.
cloudy and it wasn't a pastel color.
Girl, could you imagine underneath the studio lights that sherbet punch, the smell of it?
No, I don't.
Also, by the way, I need to thank you. I need to thank you for something.
Me?
Thank you, India. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, silence. No, whatever that kitchen show you suggested with Joel McHale.
Oh yeah, Crime Scene Kitchen.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's a fun show. I told
don't
you.
Don't reveal anything. We're still in first season. You know,
I'm not saying anything. Yeah, it was fun.
But it's
yeah,
fun.
No,
it is.
I basically alternate. So when that one ends, about a month or two later, my other one comes on, which is the Gordon Ramsay Next Level Chef. So they kind of like.
I can't do any more Gordon Ramsay shows.
No, I know. He's not as featured in that show.
Gotcha.
Like he's a little bit of it, but like it's more because there's two other mentors as well. So like it's kind of equally split. So it's not like him completely running the party this time, but the concept's
Girl,
really cool.
girl. Carlene invited Bernice and she ain't showed up yet.
Lord, Bernice done got kidnapped, girl. They done took the old white lady and done something with her.
Well, suddenly she's here and she went to go see Totally Live Nudes. Mary Jo asks what it is, and Bernice steps back and says, "As soon as you pay $17.50 for a bad Mai Tai, you can see." Oh no, Bernice is punchy.
I love a good and bad Mai Tai.
Oh, I love a bad Mai Tai. Oh my God. The worst Mai Tai, the worst best Mai Tai was at TGI Fridays. Oh, girl. Alcohol had been misted over it. Like there was absolutely no alcohol, but it tasted like.
They like waved it in front of some alcohol.
Yeah.
When you come back, now that I think about it, we need to add to the itinerary when you come back. Our tiki place has reopened now.
Okay.
It's been around for like 60 plus years. And
I'm game.
Yeah, it's like been designated like a Florida like national or like historical landmark or something like that. But
It's in Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
It's in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
I used to live like really close to it.
Okay, then let's go.
But yeah, we gotta.
Is it in the neighborhood?
No.
Okay. When you said you lived close to it, I'm like, you live in the neighborhood.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's only like a few miles from there. It's literally like
God. Wait, so that's a different thing. When you say close to, I'm like, oh, you could walk to it.
Oh no. We don't walk here. That's
I know. I realized that. Like,
walking?
I know.
What?
Oh, let me pause it for a second. A thought just came to my head. I'm a little bit, and I want to ask a question real quick.
Yeah.
Whoo, girl, she done already had hers.
Yes, she did, girl. Yes, she did.
We are back, and that was ask a question, I got an answer. So Bernice,
I'm always transparent with you. You know that. Always.
Bernice is getting angry, and she calls Anthony a Mandingo.
She did. This is our first Mandingo reference in the show.
It's our first Mandingo reference.
This is an iconic moment in like the franchise when this one starts happening. We get a Mandingo and a Black Man song at the same episode.
Well, so a bit later, everybody's eating hot dogs. They smell like the potpourri. Nobody wants to eat them. Bernice is throwing them in her purse. They all throw them out the window. We pan to later. They're blowing up air mattresses, which are actually like floaties for a pool. Yeah. Right? The different color floaties
like
pool.
Pool beds. Except for Anthony's.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that in a minute. We'll get that one in a minute. So a man just walks in the house, looks around, and leaves. Well, that's just Cheech. He comes in and checks everybody's apartment.
I did not like that at all.
Yeah.
We had a guy on one of my apartments that used to do that. Like, just randomly, the door would open, and you're like, oh, we're just checking for the blah, blah. I'm like, don't you guys, shouldn't you tell us beforehand that you're going to do that? Like,
just no. In North Carolina,
I found that out. Yes, no, they don't have to.
Yeah.
But it was always very weird. I'm like,
yeah. Now
just
a
in the
good
kitchen,
landlord
like
will, but
yeah, it was a good time. That was my second apartment. That was the one on Tate Street in UNCG. I lived above Tate Street Coffee.
Oh, that's nice.
No, it was cool. It was very much like if I was living a very different life, I probably would have had much better memories of it.
Oh yeah,
because it was a nice apartment,
and that's near shit, and you.
Yeah,
girl,
it was great.
You could have gotten laid
went
all
downstairs.
the time.
That's why I became so addicted to the vegan place.
Oh my God.
That's why.
Ugh.
That's back when they were doing the 550 lunches every day.
Oh.
So I would just go down and get lunch every day.
God, that place so good.
Boba House.
Yeah, it's sad she retired.
I know.
But Bernice asks if Anthony's going to blow up her mattress. He's like, no, you better go blow up your own. And she starts singing Black Man, Black Man.
I loved how she did it this time, too, because it was so, like, out of the, like, she did it with that blank stare on her face, which I was like, man, you've become such a master at this. So we find out that Carlene got all these blow-up mattresses from the discount store, from the in Statesville, the Bargain Barn, I believe it was. Yes! Junk and stuff, girl. Junk and stuff.
Junk and stuff. Oh, I love that story. So many brass candelabras, like just all over the damn place.
All that outdated food in the back.
Oh, where did it
so
come
good.
from? Like, where did all this shit come from? Oh, then it turned to Hollywood
truck.
Video.
Good times. Good
Well,
times.
Anthony's is a sex doll. He says he's got pride. He grabs his little Barbie case and goes out to the truck to sleep. Well, girl, it's a little bit later on, and there's a helicopter and a fight after everybody's sleeping. Carlene can't sleep, but Bernice is passed out.
I would have been Bernie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have put my headphones in.
Well, Carlene wants to do things. She's got a number for Buckingham Palace that was written on the bathroom for the Queen that Charlene got for her when she was in Buckingham Palace visiting the Queen.
So weird.
The phone's ringing. Carlene calls her, and Julia looks up and says, "Carlene, are you happy here?" And she's like, "Yes, I'm independent." She can be naked all day, and like the only thing you do is you don't fry chicken when you're naked, or bacon.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so.
Have you ever fried bacon naked?
I don't think I've cooked anything naked before.
Oh, okay. I've definitely shirtless.
I don't think so.
Okay, like I usually cook shirtless a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm typically, if I'm in my house, I'm just in my underwear or just a pair of shorts. That's it.
Probably, though, it comes from having like a grease burn at an early age.
Yeah,
That's probably why. Like I burned my hand once, so that's probably why I've never.
So yeah, that's a question. Do you and your husband wear clothes in the house?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Is that weird? I don't understand.
Well, no, it's not. But no, there's like two philosophies of thought, right? Either you do or you don't.
Okay.
Some people like get completely naked as soon as they come home. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
He does pull a Mr. Rogers. Like he comes in and changes clothes into like, his evening relaxation clothes.
Of course he does. But
Yeah.
that's for people that I shouldn't say of course he does. For people that have trouble relaxing, that is a step that you have to take. Like if people that have trouble sleeping,
shift gears.
If you have a specific sleep outfit, you change into immediately when it's time to sleep, and then it'll help trigger your brain to sleep.
I mean, like, given the right moment for me on a weekday, if somebody does show up for a thing, I would just step right up, walk into that room, and just lay on that bed and go to sleep. I ain't changed no clothes. I ain't doing nothing. I'm just like, girl, I'm gonna give me a little nap in right now. I'm tired. Let me put my hand on my kitty cat, right? Rub her for like 5 minutes. I'm out.
Yep. Now, so mine is I usually I take off my pants, I take off my shirt. I'm just in my underwear walking around my house.
We don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time. No. We could dance and party all night and drink some cherry wine. Uh-huh.
Well, Mary Jo talks about her first apartment in Guadalajara and what a trash heap it was.
I forgot about the Guadalajara part of her life. That's right.
Yeah. Well, Carlene talks to the Queen girl, and she's like chit-chatting with her for a little bit.
She's just talking to Charlie Brown. Downtown Atlanta.
Well, there's a big-ass noise outside, and Bernice screams, "Incoming!" Anthony comes in, opens the door, and says, "We are leaving." He takes the phone from Carlene, who's on the phone with the Queen, and he just says, "Yo, mama," hangs up the phone.
Number 2.
Well, Anthony says that the reason they're leaving is there were some white guys that had already jacked up the van and were trying to take the tires. White guys.
No, I actually appreciated that about this episode between redneck and white guy. They actually avoid. But the thing is like that's another thing about the South that people don't realize is that there are white hoods as well.
Speaking of this, did you know there's a TikTok trend to just try to break into and steal Kia Souls?
Why Kia Souls?
I don't know. Gen Z is, we broke them with COVID. We broke the fuck out of them.
No, I agree with that.
Like
Yes.
they learned that adults don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That we can't be trusted because we didn't fix it. We had a chance to fix it and we didn't fix it.
Yeah.
And so they're just broken.
Yeah. I've my friends that work in education have commented on that a few times to me before.
Yeah. So
But Kia Souls. Well, I'm glad I got rid of my Kia Soul then. Good gracious.
yeah. So me too. I had one too. What color was
Yeah.
yours?
Mine was white.
Mine was black. It's black. It's white.
It's white.
Come on.
Of course our cars were the opposite color. Of course they were.
Mine
We're
was,
literally wearing black and white right now.
it's true. Mine was fully loaded too. Like I had a nice Kia
like
Soul.
its owner.
Executive
you're aside now.
fish.
That's right, you're
Executive fish. Oh, you're talking about that. No, yeah. I'm a side, that's a fact. Ain't no shame. I sometimes think about bottoming again. Then I take a poop and I'm like, my IBS ain't wanting none of this. You know, I think it might be fun. I think it might be interesting. I think it might be enjoyable. Then I'm like, no.
It stands for I'd be serious, girl. I'd be serious. That's what that means, girl.
Because girl. B thinks that the futon issue would happen more often. Well, so Julia looks at Carlene's like, this place is dangerous. It's a hellhole. And Carlene's like, thank God. I just thought I was being a hick. So
A thing can be two things.
Anthony scoots everybody out. Allison hands her his bags, say, please take my bags, and walks out. And he says, yo mama, drops it on the ground. Finn. Do 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 do.
I love that comedy rule of three.
Do 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 do. Hey, Maim. Did you find yourself a Miss Georgia Wild?
Honey, Miss Bernice Clifton in that trench coat. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
she was it for me. I was like, Bernice, you better look sophisticated coming up in there in a trench coat. Had it belted nice, too. I was like, come on now.
And had just gone to a nudie bar in that trench coat.
Loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. The only thing I wish afterward when I was reflecting on it, I was like, man, it would have been so great if she, when she was talking about the nudie bar, had taken off the jacket and had a t-shirt from the nudie bar on. That would have
Or
made it.
came in with a box of wings from the nudie bar. Like
I've been wanting fried chicken for so much.
like
so bad.
or instead of said like the 1750 Mai Tai and $30 wings, and like had the wings there as a prop.
Ever since Anya was talking about that fried chicken, I was like, you know what I want? Fried chicken.
Did your refrigerator get fixed?
It did.
I'm glad.
It did.
Hey, man, did you enjoy this episode?
It was all right. It wasn't terrible. I thought it was okay.
I thought it was bad. I thought the pacing was off. That's really what it is. I thought the pacing was off. It took too long to get to it, and then it stayed too long there. Like
I
it
can
was
see that.
If
they had done if they'd done a pre and then a there and then a post.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That would have been fun.
And maybe not gone as severe as the helicopter and stuff, but just had Cheech come back and like try to steal something in the middle of the night or something.
I think for me
or just open the door again.
Well,
and
the
Julia,
helicopter part really went way too long.
Yeah.
Like I think it was part of the problem was like the noise of the helicopter was actually like kind of messing with the episode. And yeah, I can see that. So yeah, let's err on the side of, it wasn't that great.
And like, but I want Cheech to open the door again where they're all asleep. Like it did get quiet. They're all asleep. Cheech opens the door. There's light, and
And then they're
Julia.
like, oh hell no, we gotta go.
Julia just sits up and says, "This place is a hellhole.
Yeah.
We're leaving."
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah,
And
that
you
would've
could have
been
even
good,
gotten a little
actually.
Julia rant at him too, which would have been fun.
That would have been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We rewrote it.
C minus. Passing, but barely.
Like Bad Bunny.
Girl, I would the things.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
I wouldn't be aside for that.
Oh! I mean, I don't think you have to worry too much about it, really. It doesn't seem like it would do too much damage. You'll be all right.
I mean, girl, by the time he would actually consider somebody like me, he would have already gone from Bunny all the way up past Bear.
You don't know what he would be into. You don't. I've seen couples here that I've seen people like I've seen people that look like him with people that don't look like him.
That is true. That is true.
Usually they have yachts, but still.
And he's the one with the yacht.
That's true. But I don't think
He's just got to think Gloria Estefan, because we all do. Girl, watch our dear listeners where they can find you.
Everything revolves around Gloria Estefan. Hello, dear listeners. It's me, Auntie Maim, your favorite relation. You can catch me Monday nights hosting karaoke at the Gathering in Miami Beach. That's on Lincoln Road. I'll be doing a Pride brunch on April 8th. You can find out more about that on, hopefully. Unless we get DEI, honey, DEI'd, girl. You can find all that stuff out at I'mYourAuntieMaim.com. Over to you, Mims.
Hey, y'all, I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me online at thedivinemissmims.com. Hey, Maim.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know we have Patreon?
Oh.
That's right. If you go to patreon.com/Mims and Maim, you can throw some money. Hey, Maim.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know we have another podcast?
Oh.
That's right. You slay me. It's a Murder She Wrote podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know we have a website? That's right. It's mimsandmaim.com, where you can find out what we're doing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Buy some stuff. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
You love a good 5-star review.
That's right, Maim. I do love a good 5-star review. They really help us grow. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know our dear listeners can reach out and touch us?
Say what?
That's right. Just like Diana Ross, they can send us an email at mimsandmaim@gmail.com. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you have anything else to add?
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place. If you can. Come on.
Watch Say Goodnight, Maim. Bye, y'all.